Welcome back to Christy TV. The evidence of redeclaration of the United States of Biafra is now bringing out the main truth. We all know that so many things are happening in the house, especially the changing of the new cabinet. The Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, addresses the United States of Biafra citizens for ongoing sabotage ongoing against the Biafran government, which is led by PM Simon Ekpa. Hear what this lady says. She's not clearing the air against any form of confusion that might be, spreading out there by the so-called some cabinets in the house, in the government in exile. We all know that Mazi Simon Ekpa said by himself that once Biafran is being redeclared, once Biafran government is being restored as a nation, Biafran as a nation, that they will dissolve the government of Biafran in exile and recreate another government by reshuffling the cabinet. So this is what has happened, and some people are now using this particular avenue to talk something else and bringing confusion in. So hear from the horse's mouth to see where the COS is now clearing every doubt from every Biafran mind.
Now, moving forward, those of you that have been following our Prime Minister, the Prime Minister has always said, upon the declaration of the United States of Biafra, the Brigade Cabinet will be dissolved. I know he has said that publicly and privately. And that is exactly what I did. With the power vested in me and in nobody else. It is me that he vested that power, because I know the reason why he requested for that to happen, which is not what I'm going to start explaining here. If somebody respects our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, and he gave that order, why should the person or the individual try to disobey that order? And they will tell you that they are fighting for Biafra. They want to raise funds for Biafra. Is it the job of the finance department, headed by Sonny Akbalawa, to be talking about raising money for the Biafra restoration? It's not his job. But for some reason, they all decided to do what they think they want to do. As we are speaking right now, the finance minister now has sent out a Zoom meeting for the 40 state administrators in Homeland to meet with him tomorrow. But he refused to come to the meeting with the person that the Prime Minister have given the power. But he went. This is just to disorganize and disrupt. But you know what? Not in this struggle where I am. This year case is dead on arrival, and they will fade if they want to. Like I said again, I don't know their issue. I'm not going to get into that. But we have a defense minister that is currently attending to some issues in defense. And that is the right thing to do. Because when PM was available, most things come to him. Most information come to him. But all of a sudden, because he's out, some people think they are the ones that is in charge of everything. I find it very sad that somebody will come to the air to tell the world that without him, the Finland Convention wouldn't have happened. And that is why it's very, very important for us to know how we can help the finances. We don't want nobody coming out to say that without him or her, the United States of Biafra will not be achieved. That's a slap on our face. That's a slap on the thousands of people that support our Prime Minister financially to get the United States of Biafra. So for Biafrans to have that bandage on their face every time, that without me or without anybody else, or without the finance minister contribution, that there will be nothing like United States of Biafra. Nothing like that. All of us contribute in our own way. I'm not going to tell people what I contribute in this struggle. I'm not going to tell people what I've lost being in this position. That is not what I need to do. Because Biafra is way, way bigger than what I do, what I lost, and what I put into the struggle. But under this leadership, that must stop. Nobody Nobody can come and say, without them, the United States of Biafra will not stand, or without the money they borrow PM, which is money we pay back. People give money, and there are people that give thousands of dollars to the struggle. You don't even hear their name. And that was why we're trying to clarify some of, yes, we thank people who brought us money in time of need. But it's also important for us to know what was borrowed. What did you borrow us? How do we pay back? I think that's just basic accountability. It's not to stop anybody from doing what they do, but it's just the transparency. Because we are in a new administration. We are now a country. It's not everything that have to come to the open, but we know things that the cabinet needs to know. And there are things the cabinet do not need to know. And that is why the cabinet decided we are going to have a week break before we start our fundraising. And Sonia Ekpa and Ogenkere and Nigeria went to be telling Biafrans that Dr. Ngozi Orabueze have canceled fundraising and are trying to connive and try to deceive those in homeland, our angels. What I'll tell them, please, do not get involved in this madness. Do not. Do not. The PM has gone through this part in the past and it didn't end well. The essence of the information department is to let Biafrans know what is going on. Keep us abreast of the information. Not to use the information department to be spreading false information to the public and spreading lies and try to witch hunt somebody because you feel PM did not give you the power to run the struggle. PM knows all of us one by one. He knows what each individual can do before he gave that power. If you think PM knows that you can run this struggle, he would have made you the one in charge until he comes out. But the Prime Minister didn't do that. And as long as he didn't do that, you must bow by that instruction that the Prime Minister gives. That's the right thing to do if you truly love the PM, as you say.
My fellow Biafrans, we have all accepted that the quest to restore the glory of Biafra is a spiritual work. And God is the coordinator of our pilots. Now, if you believe this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came. Everything was spiritual. Revelation. Like, it is impossible that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows everything he knows just by studying. No being study pass. You know get? Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got arrested. And from nowhere, Simon Ekpa, who was one of the least men in DOS, took over. We don't know when they do the handover. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, listen to him. And because we respect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we listened to him. And we saw that he had something to offer. We saw that we listened to him before we discovered that, yes, this is the right man. Now, we are following that right man. And then something happened. But this right man has put people in place. Don't forget, Mazi Simon Ekpa told us that after the redeclaration of Biafra, we will form a new government. Let's not forget in a hurry. I still remember. I'm going to post the video. We will form a new government. I'm just surprised because I didn't know that the new government will be formed immediately after the redeclaration. Now, Mazi Simon Ekpa is not here to confirm it to us. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never confirmed to us that, look, yes, I say Simon Ekpa, but we saw his production. We saw his star. We saw how sincere he is. We saw the zeal. There is no how he's not called for this. And if the same Simon Ekpa have put people in place and say in my absence, so person will come, even though there is no video where he said, I will be arrested. And when I get arrested, it is this woman that will take over. Our honorable chief of staff, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, that will take over. He didn't say it. But this is the person whom everybody in the cabinet respected. And she was acting. Okwanya acting in Finland. And we all obeyed her. We all followed her. And you saw how bold she was, talking and all that. You get? And then all of a sudden, that thing Mazi Simon Ekpa said, boom. They dissolve the old government and create a new government. Well, Mazi Simon Ekpa said it. So we might be surprised, but he said it. And now, Osetigo. Let me tell you something. If God call you, now he call you, that same God can end the call. No be saying airtime don't finish. But maybe your time is up. It happened to Hezekiah in the Bible. Makante Nago Bible. Hezekiah was a righteous man. He didn't default. Hezekiah prayed, he said, God, I have been righteous before you. I have never offended you. Why do you want to kill me? God said, Hezekiah, prepare your house, set your house in order. Hezekiah was a king. Setting his house in order was, he will appoint another person that will be king after him. Set your house in order because I will come and take you. He is God. Hezekiah didn't argue with him. Makandina go Bible. Let's talk about Bible. I'm talk about Bible. Now, I'll tell you one short story about Moses. Moses was called by God to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Uno mampani le Moses na Egypt, and he led the Israelites out. He ruled Red Sea. He divided Red Sea. They crossed. After that, they were celebrating. It didn't end there. In the wilderness, a lot of things Ojukokoro Moses did to help Israelites, and they were grateful. But he got to a point where Moses actually defaulted. I'm not saying anybody defaulted. In Hezekiah's time, he didn't default. And God said, see that promised land, you won't go there. I don't want you to lead my children there. God knows his reason. Makandi na go Bible. And then God appointed Joshua. God even told Moses, appoint Joshua. And Joshua led them. And everything until they left the wilderness and got to River Jordan. Makandi na celebrate. Biafra is here. Yes, Biafra is here. But we still have a lot to do. We still have a lot to accomplish. We still have a lot on our table. We still have intruders in our land. We still have terrorists in our land. We still have this old government of Nigeria in our land. And when you're about transition of government, what is our government house where they are hopes or them madam and those they are getting one, all those people, all those Nigeria Igbo politicians, we will take over all these empty courts that have been evacuated by Nigeria government. Lawyer Gano there, we will take over. People will be there. All these police stations that we've chased them away, chase Nigeria police from. Our police will be there. We will build our country. We will mount our territory. I am a go territory. We will mount it. Biafra will be completely, totally free. And we have about total takeover of governance. We will take over our territory. Complete. Because when Israel, back to the story, even after they crossed Jordan, we have escaped. There were the Jebusites and the Perizzites and the Canaanites in that promised land that needed to be evacuated. And that is the phase we are in now. This is not time for us to start dilly-dallying until we chase all these people and take over our land. Because let me tell you, our old government have really tried. Without them, we will not be where we are. Chuku Ejigo Hakwanangwon to get us to this place we are. They worked really closely with our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. I learned a lot from them. Most of them were my role models. Role model was also phone. I love them. I respect them. You understand? We all respect them. It is evident. They've really tried for us. And if the call has come that, okay, you people will now step out or step aside. Now, we will create a new government. The time has come. Let's create the new government. I don't see any reason why we should be arguing with them. Because mind you, if we judge Mazi Simon Ekpa because of his style, radical man, if we judge him and we didn't give him a chance, we will not know his capacity. See the way we love him. If we didn't give him the chance to come and show what he's got, there is no how we will know what he has. Let's give this new government a chance. I understand. I respect them. It hurts me. It hurts me that, these are our lovely people. But let's give this new government a chance. Let's be their father. I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about my senior men. Let's be their father. Let's guide them. Let's put them through. Let's see what they got. Let's give them a chance. Like Biafrans gave Simon Ekpa a chance. Made him our prime minister. Let's give these people a chance. Let's see what they got. If they are not doing as they should, if they are not meeting up with our expectation, democracy cannot here. We vote them out. Simple. But we know our Biafrans. They deliver. If our senior men delivered, these young ones will deliver. When I say new government, I don't mean that they are young people. They are all young people. They are fresh in the government. Some of them, if you check their names, most of them are fresh. Or they are names that we've not been hearing. Let's give them a chance. We love all of you. We love ourselves. I love you, Biafrans. It hurts me on a pen that these people. Look, we want a government where when our old leaders, when Biafra is completely restored, and then we are now, doing our normal, like USA, USB, USA. The kind of Biafra we have is when we elect new leaders, we will miss our old leaders. Not the way Nigerians miss their old leader, because every new leader is worse than the old one. We will have leaders that even after we elect new leaders, we'll like, our other leader, our previous leaders were good, but these ones also are good. Let's give everybody chance. Let's give everybody opportunity. I am loyal to the government of the United States of Biafra. Hapokwana I can exile. We are coming home. I am loyal to the government of Mazi Simon Ekpa, and he is still our prime minister. Nothing is saying. I love you all. Let's work together. My fathers, our old government, let's support these people. Let's give them a chance. If they're not getting it right, we will call them to order. Unubu elders, unubu senior men, utu Obasanjo na Nigeria na, Oshiwike, asi, let us go and meet Baba. Despite the fact that when you know Baba Hanishi, but we will know waiting our own Babas them get. You know get. Now I love Unajo. Let's work together. Ofiye ka inacho. We want Biafra. We want a free country. We want a country where the son of nobody will become somebody without knowing somebody. You know what I mean? One love. Peace and love, woman them.